Dear friends, you are welcome to my YouTube channel SSB Pharma Learning. I, Dr. Shamsher Singh, today going to discuss with you about an very important aspect which is affecting to large number of population including both male as well as female. Even though you can know that nowadays this problem which is called as a alopecia, or you can say hair loss, affecting a large number of population. Now this lecture will be in the dual language. I will discuss with some concept within English and use some other language so that you can understand कि what is alopecia, गंजापन किसको कहते हैं, and how you can say there is a hair loss from the skull side, so from the head. So basically you know that this is the major problem which is not caused by a single factor. तो जो गंजापन है which is called as a alopecia, it is not caused by a single factor, it is caused by a lot of problem. So in this lecture I will discuss that what are the cause of hair loss and what is the normal growth of hair, what are the possible treatments which are available for the hair growth, and how you can control the dandruff. So basically you know that the hair loss patterns are there. So you know some of the peoples in male, the hair loss can be from the upper side of the head, it can be from the one side, it can be from the front side, or it can be a, you can say, a some of the hair which are lost irregularly from the upper part of the skull. So this is the pattern of the hair loss in case of male. Basically you know that as per the research reports, the males are more affected from the hair loss than female, considering their menopausal cycles. So basically at the initial stage of 30, when the age of females are 30, the hair loss is less, but after the age of menopausal cycle, that is whenever their menstrual cycle is, you can say, stop, the hair loss in female is increased. But even though as per the research reports which are available, the hair loss in male is more as compared to females. So in case of female, you know that the hair loss is basically toward this side. So I will discuss with you about the structure of hair. You know that this is a hair and it is embedded in your skin. So on the lower side, you know that there are some blood vessels, and at the lower side of the blood vessel there is a fatty layer. So basically the one thing you can note that whenever the person is obese, जब आप obese होते हैं, so that whenever the fat level in your body is increased, this fatty tissue deposition, that means the adipose tissue deposition. So adipose tissue, this is the tissue which store the fat in your body. So whenever you will become obese or you will increase the fat intake, the thickness of this layer is increased. Now whenever the thickness is of this layer is increased, it also affect the hair bulb. That means it also affect the hair growth from the hair root side. So this is the dermis layer where you can say that the bulb of the hair is present here, and on the upper side there is a epidermis, and this is called as a hair shaft. So basically you know that the diameter of the hair is approximate 0.06 mm, or it can be little bit more than that, and the length of hair is 1 to 50 centimeters. So it is not fixed anywhere. You can know that the length of hair is 1 to 50 centimeter. So the hairs are basically of three type. The three type, you know that in this case the three type of the hair that are called as a anagen, catagen, and telogen. So you know that the anagen hair I will discuss you. So basically this is the growth of hair as per the size. The anagen hair they exist in in our surface of the skin. That means they are with our body up to 1 lakh days. So 100 lakh days. So it is approximately, if you calculate the time, it is approximately 80 years. So that means anagen are the hair which are long, which are large in size. Their length is more as compared to catagen and telogen. And this length of anagen is approximately, you can say in some body it is 50 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 like that. It depends upon hormonal level or some other factor, but they are being having a long life. The life of anagen is approximately 80 year. The life of catagen approximately 2 to 3 week, and the life of telogen is approximately, you can say, 10 to 12 years. So basically, as per the composition I will discuss with you, the anagen they constitute 80% of your total hair of scalp, and catagen are the immature type, and telogen your constitute approximate 15 to 20% of your hair. So basically our scalp contain more number of hairs which are of anagen type. So basically this is as per their lifespan, or this is as per their length in the body. So what are the cause of hair fall? जो गंजापन है उसके cause क्या क्या है? What are the factor which affect the hair fall? First is hereditary. So basically hereditary, it is mean related to genetic. So sometime you know that in the family the hair loss is continuously from father to their offspring and toward next offspring. So this is the continuously existing problem in some families. So this is a hereditary type, and hereditary is related to the androgenic alopecia. So basically I will discuss with you what are androgens. So androgens are the hormones. So hormones which are affected. So basically you know that in our body some of the hormones are there, like testosterone, dihydrotestosterone. So this is the derivative of this testosterone. So they are basically the androgens. So these androgens, it is reported that whenever the level of testosterone is increased, दिस इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द एलोपेसिया. तो जब भी बॉडी में टेस्टोस्टेरोन का लेवल एक्सेसिव हो जाता है, देन ये क्या करता है, आपके हेयर फॉल करता है. हाउ इट कॉज आई विल डिस्कस द मैकेनिज्म, एंड हाउ यू कैन कंट्रोल आई विल डिस्कस दैट, सो दैट यू कंप्लीटली वॉच द वीडियो, like and subscribe the SSB Pharma Learning channel, so that you can understand the basic concept. The first thing is that it is due to some genetic reason there is a hair fall, and this hair fall is in reported in both sex, that is male as well as in females. So there are some drugs which are related to cause hair fall. So ऐसी कुछ medicine भी हैं, whenever you take in some disease condition or they are prescribed by the doctor, they are responsible for the hair fall. So basically the drugs, firstly is the anti-cancer drug. You know that anti-cancer, that mean the drugs which are used to control the cancer. So basically whenever you go for chemotherapy, so chemotherapy mean it is the process in which a number of drugs has been injected or infused in your body to stop the growth of cancer cell. So in this case, these anti-cancer cell, they cause more hair fall. So how they cause? They are the cytotoxic drugs. So your hair follicles are present in the dermis layer of your skin. So what they do? They damage to the hair bulb. So hair roots are damaged by these cytotoxic drugs, and the reason is not a single thing. They can interfere with the DNA, or they can reduce the antioxidant level in the body. So this is the one of the thing, that if anybody is going for chemotherapy, अगर कोई भी कैंसर की ट्रीटमेंट के लिए वो मेडिसिन ले रहा है देन द एलोपीसिया कैन बी देयर, बट दिस इज रिपोर्टेड दैट दिस टाइप ऑफ एलोपीसिया इज रिवर्सिबल टाइप। तो ये टाइप का जो एलोपीसिया होता है वो रिवर्सिबल टाइप ऑफ एलोपीसिया, सो दैट इफ यू विल afterward you will recover from the cancer, your hair can be again start to grow and they will become normal. So it has been reported. Second are the antidepressant drugs. So use of antidepressant are also reported to cause hair fall. Anti-clotting factors are there, the drugs which are used to stop the clotting, they are responsible to cause hair fall. Birth control pills, because they interfere with your hormonal level in case of female, that's why the birth control pills they are reported to responsible for alopecia. And then steroids, many of the steroids they interfere in the body with the normal absorption of minerals, calcium and some other substances. That's why excessive intake of steroid they are responsible for the hair loss. So other than that are the thyroid drugs. So particularly you know that whenever a patient suffer from a hyperthyroidism, this is a excessive increase in the T4 level in the body. In that case, the metabolism of the person is altered, and in that case, the metabolism of cells and tissues is altered. Due to this reason, the hair fall is more in case of the patient who are taking the drugs which are anti-thyroid drugs. So this is some of the drugs and the genetic reason I have discussed with you. Now this is related to the deficiency of some of the things in the body. So basically you know that if you are suffering from this cause, likely due to the deficiency of riboflavin, this is a category B vitamins, biotin, folate, vitamin B12. So I think you should know that whenever we take a diet, so we basically use a vegetable which are totally fried at 100 degree centigrade. So अगर आप कोई भी सब्जी खा रहे हैं which is you are frying at 100 degree, then you know that there is a no vitamin, उसमें कोई भी विटामिन नहीं होगा, because vitamin cannot survive at 100 degree centigrade. So you should know that you should take some of the multivitamin, either any of the multivitamin you can take which are available in the market, or you can discuss with your physician, so that these vitamins which contain riboflavin, vitamin E, or which contain folic acid, or these type of the substance, at least you should take 2 to 3 capsules as a prophylactic dose weekly. So as if you are suffering from any of the other disorder, you should discuss with your physician, so that you can understand that the deficiency of these type of multivitamin is responsible to be associated with your hair loss, because vitamin B12 and folic acid, riboflavin, they are too much important, they are required for the growth of your hair, even though they are required to increase the concentration of melanin in your you can say body. So so that you can understand that whenever the concentration of melanin in your body is increased, then it will be responsible for a blackish hair, your hair will be black for a long time. तो जब भी आप कभी भी मल्टीविटामिन लेते हैं, आप वीकली 1-2 कैप्सूल जरूर लें, बिकॉज जो मल्टीविटामिन है वो आपके हेयर के ग्रोथ के लिए, आपके हेयर की थिकनेस के लिए, आपका हेयर फॉल रिड्यूस करेंगे। और फोर्थ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट जो है वो मेलानिन का आपकी बॉडी में सिक्रीशन बढ़ाते हैं। सो मेलानिन आपकी बॉडी को, हेयर को क्या करता है, इट गिव्स ए ब्लैक कलर देता है। So everybody nowadays you know that they need that we should have a black color for a long life. तो हर बंदा चाहता है कि मेरी एज में लंबे समय के लिए ब्लैक हेयर हो। सो दिस इज नेसेसरी कि आप क्या करें, अपनी लाइफ में मल्टीविटामिन जरूर लें, बिकॉज दे आर अवेलेबल इन द वेजिटेबल्स। बट जब आप किसी भी वेजिटेबल को 100 डिग्री पे 80 डिग्री पे बॉयल करते हैं या फ्राई करते हैं, तो विटामिन उसमें खत्म हो जाते हैं. So that is too much to you should care about this thing. The next are the other factors. What are the other factor? और कौन कौन से फैक्टर हैं जिससे कि आपका हेयर लॉस होता है? The other factor is a diabetes and lupus. So I will discuss with you. You know that जब भी कोई पेशेंट डायबिटीज से सफ़र करता है तो डायबिटीज यू नो इट इज़ द कंडीशन वेयर देर इज ए प्रेजेंस ऑफ ग्लूकोज इन द बॉडी बट सेल्स एंड टिश्यू आर अनएबल टू टेक इट. सो अल्टीमेटली कहने का मतलब क्या है कि ग्लूकोज इज प्रेजेंट इन योर बॉडी बट जो आपकी बॉडी के सेल्स हैं वो इसको क्या करते हैं, अब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज ऑफ द एब्सेंस ऑफ इंसुलिन. जहाँ तो आपकी बॉडी में इंसुलिन कम है, जहाँ आपकी बॉडी में इंसुलिन का रेजिस्टेंस है. सो दो कंडीशंस होती हैं. तब उस केस में आपके सेल्स के अंदर क्या होता है, ग्लूकोज की डेफिशिएंसी होती है, जिससे आपको पता है क्या होता है, एटीपी डेफिशिएंसी. सो अगर ग्लूकोज नहीं है इन द सेल तो एटीपी क्या हो जाएगा, लेवल विल बी रिड्यूस. तो यू नो दैट अगर आपके सेल में the cells of your skull and scalp, if there is a deficiency of glucose, deficiency of ATP, you know that hair fall will be more. तो डायबिटीज के पेशेंट के केस में क्या होता है, हेयर फॉल बढ़ जाता है. द नेक्स्ट थिंग आर दी हार्मोनल चेंजेस. तो एक आपने और देखा होगा, वेन एवर द फीमेल दे गेट यू कैन अडॉप्ट प्रेगनेंसी, तो प्रेगनेंसी के केस में हेयर फॉल बढ़ता है बिकॉज फ्रॉम दी second trimester to mid of third trimester, so approximately from the 4th to 7th month of the pregnancy, the hair fall is more. The reason behind, during pregnancy from 4th month to 7th month there is a lot of hormonal changes, and even though research had reported that it can be in the first trimester, तो जो first 3 month हैं, many of the female they also affected from the hair fall at the earlier stage of pregnancy. So this is the next is the menopausal women's. So whenever you know that in case of female the menstrual cycle is stopped, so whenever the menstrual cycle is stopped at the age of 50 or 55 like that, in that cases the hair fall again increases in the females. So this is too must that what are the other things I have discussed with you, that if you are suffering from hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism, in case of hyperthyroidism जिसको आप क्या कहते हैं, increase level of T3 and T4. So more about T3, whenever the level of T3 is increased, your basal metabolic rate is altered. तो जब भी आपकी बॉडी में आप थायराइड की प्रॉब्लम से सफ़र करते हैं, जिसको हम ग्रेव्स डिजीज भी कहते हैं, या इसको हम थायरोटॉक्सिकोसिस भी कहते हैं, तो व्हेन एवर यू आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम देन द हेयर फॉल इज मोर. आपको गंजापन के चांसेस ज़्यादा हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि आपकी बॉडी का मेटाबॉलिज्म अल्टर्ड हुआ है. सो दिस इज द अनदर थिंग्स आई हैव डिस्कस विद यू. एंड द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट विच इज कॉल्ड एज ए स्ट्रेस. तो आज आप देखें, आई हैव डिस्कस विद यू that more of the male and female they are affected from alopecia from the age of 15 to above than that. but अगर आज आप देखें तो 10 साल के 8 साल के जो बच्चे हैं वो भी एलोपेशिया से सफ़र कर रहे हैं. द रीज़न इज स्ट्रेस, बिकॉज nowadays you know that what is the thing going on in schools. तो उसमें क्या रहता है, बर्डन बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है. So it is very difficult for a student or a children to cope up as the need of that particular things which are to be given to the students or children. So basically due to stress, due to excessive stress and due to excessive mental burden, you know that they are unable to take the proper diet, unable to even digest the diet, or even though they suffer from some stressful conditions. So stress is known to reported that it is responsible to cause the hair loss. That's why the small children, as per the research data, they are suffering from hair loss also. So next I will discuss you that what are the possible treatments of the hair loss. You know that there are only few drugs which are being recommended by the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. US FDA ने कुछ एक दो ड्रग्स को रिकमेंड किया है. So basically the drug which were recommended for the treatment of hair fall should be taken very carefully as by the direction given by the physician. Don't purchase directly and start to take it, because you should firstly know that why you are suffering from alopecia. पहले आपको फैक्टर पता होने चाहिए कि आपकी जॉब ऐसी है कि यू आर एक्सपोजिंग योर सेल्फ टू वर्ड डस्ट. आप हमेशा डस्ट में काम करते हैं और आपको पता है डस्ट गिरती है आपके हेयर्स में. सो जब डस्ट गिरेगी तो आपको पता है डस्ट पार्टिकल्स, सम माइक्रोब्स, सम इन्फेक्शंस कैन कॉज हेयर लॉस. क्यों? क्योंकि ऐसा रिपोर्टेड है कि इफ योर स्कल हेयर्स दे आर डायरेक्टली एक्सपोज्ड टूवर्ड द डस्ट, टूवर्ड द हाई सनलाइट एंड टूवर्ड द मॉइस्चर, तो इस केस में भी रिपोर्टेड है कि आपके हेयर फॉल बढ़ जाता है, बिकॉज आप अपने हेयर्स को प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर रहे. तो ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट है. द फर्स्ट ड्रग विच वाज रिपोर्टेड फॉर दिस वाज ए माइनॉक्सिडिल. So minoxidil, you know that it was discovered as a anti-hypertensive drug. So जब ये ड्रग डिस्कवर हुई थी तो इसको बीपी लो करने के लिए यूज करते थे, एंटी हाइपरटेंसिव. बट ये देखा गया है कि ये जो एंटी हाइपरटेंसिव इसका जो एक्शन है दैट इज ड्यू टू वैसोडाइलेशन. तो ये क्या करता है, आपकी ब्लड वेसल्स डाइलेशन करता है. सो आई विल डिस्कस विद यू. सपोज जैसे आपने देखा हो तो आपका ब्लड वेसल कंस्ट्रिक्शन होता है अल्फा 1 रिसेप्टर डिपेंडेंट. एड्रीनर्जिक रिसेप्टर होते हैं अल्फा 1. तो जब भी आपका कैटेकोलामीन, नॉर एपिनेफ्रिन, एपिनेफ्रिन इट एक्ट ऑन द अल्फा 1, तो अल्फा 1 एक्ट करता है IP3 डैग पाथवे में. सो आपको पता है जो आपका IP3 है, IP3 कन्वर्ट होता है किसमें, आइनोसाइटोल प्रोटीन्स में, जो क्या आपके एक्टिवेट कर देता है फास्फोलाइपेज सी को. एंड दिस फास्फोलाइपेज सी इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द कैल्शियम डिपेंडेंट कंट्रैक्शन. क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपके कैल्शियम चैनल होते हैं, वो ओपन हो जाते हैं, कैल्शियम स्टार्ट टू एंटर हेयर एंड इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द स्मूथ मसल कंट्रैक्शन. तो डियर फ्रेंड, जब ये आपकी बॉडी में स्मूथ मसल कंट्रैक्शन करता है तो आपका बीपी बढ़ता है. सो ऑन द अदर साइड जो आपका डैग है, डैग क्या करता है, इट ओपन दी पोटाशियम चैनल. तो पोटाशियम चैनल ओपन होने से क्या होता है, कैल्शियम लेवल इज रिड्यूस एंड ड्यू टू ओपनिंग ऑफ पोटाशियम चैनल इट कॉज हाइपरपोलराइजेशन एंड ब्लड वेसल डाइलेशन. तो दिस इज द मैकेनिज्म विच इज रिपोर्टेड इन केस ऑफ मिनॉक्सिडिल कि जो आपके हेयर फॉलिकल्स होते हैं दे आर प्रेजेंट ऑन द स्किन डर्मल लेयर. सो वेन एवर दिस डर्मल लेयर ब्लड वेसल्स बिकम डाइलेटेड due to opening of the potassium channel, the blood flow toward these hair roots will increase. तो वहां पे क्या होता है, blood flow बढ़ जाता है. So whenever the blood flow will be increased, you know that more of the nutrients and ATP energy will be supplied to the hair follicles. So this is the mechanism which is reported for the minoxidil, and that's why the minoxidil in the form of a shampoo, minoxidil in the form of a cream, minoxidil in the form of a gel is available in the market, and due to this mechanism it is preferred as a for the treatment of the alopecia. गंजापन के लिए इसकी क्रीम्स यूज करते हैं और शैम्पू भी यूज करते हैं. Suppose if you are suffering from dandruff, I will discuss in the next slide, this minoxidil is preferred. The next is called as a finasteride. So this finasteride actually was the drug which was responsible for the inhibition of 5-alpha reductase. So this 5-alpha reductase convert testosterone हार्मोन जो आपकी बॉडी में होता है टू डाईहाइड्रोटेस्टोस्टेरोन DHT. So this dihydrotestosterone act through the nuclear receptor, activate the androgen receptor in the nuclei, जो आपके न्यूक्लियस में एंड्रोजेनिक रिसेप्टर हैं, रिलीज mRNA, increase protein synthesis and responsible for the growth of muscle body like that. So by inhibiting this, we need to inhibit the excessive protein and testosterone level. So thereby we want to increase the growth of the hair. So basically the patients who suffer from androgenic alopecia, this recommended treatment is for those type of the patient. तो जिनको टेस्टोस्टेरोन से हार्मोनल डिपेंडेंट एलोपेसिया होता है, गंजापन होता है, फिनास्टीराइड उसके लिए बहुत यूजफुल थेरेपी है. सो दीज आर द टू ड्रग्स विच आई हैव डिस्कस विद यू as according to their mechanism recommended by the FDA for the treatment of the alopecia. So what are the natural remedies? तो दोस्तों these all things, ये जो नेचुरल हैं, दे आर वेरी वेरी बेनिफिशियल. तो जैसे कि अलोए वीरा, आप देख सकते हैं अलोए वीरा कंटेन विटामिन ई, सम एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स. तो आप क्या करें, आफ्टर फ्यू डेज, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, you can take a direct aloe vera from the plant and you can apply into the root of hair. आप इसको डायरेक्टली अप्लाई करें एंड यू शुड रिटेन इट, उसको आप थोड़ी देर रहने दें, एटलीस्ट फॉर हाफ एन आवर और 1 hour. उसके बाद आप हेयर को वॉश करें. देन इट इज़ वेरी वेरी यूजफुल कि इट इज़ नरिशिंग टू योर हेयर. ये आपके हेयर्स को नरिशमेंट देता है, हेयर को ब्लैकिश कलर प्रोवाइड करता है, शाइनिंग प्रोवाइड करता है, एंड दिस इज़ वेरी यूजफुल अलोए वीरा. इट इज़ अवेलेबल एवरीवेयर. Next is a coconut oil or coconut milk. So this is available product in the market. Coconut oil is useful for the hair, for the growth, for the hair thickness and prevent the hair loss. Next is a beetroot use. This contain carotenoid, vitamin A, iron like that. तो अगर आप देखें बीट रूट जूस भी जो है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बट ऑल दी नेचुरल दीज थिंग जब भी आप अप्लाई करें तो फॉर एन 30 minutes to 1 hour आप इसको अप्लाई करके थोड़ा अपने हेयर्स को ऐसे ही रहने दें, ड्राई होने दें, सो दैट आफ्टरवर्ड यू कैन गो फॉर वॉशिंग. नेक्स्ट इज ए fenugreek seeds. This contain protein, flavonoid and irons. So this is also very useful for the hair growth. So जो मैंने आपको ये natural remedies बता दी हैं, they are too useful. Even though not only this, if somebody can use a egg albumin, so egg albumin also increase the growth of hair. But you know that everybody cannot use egg as per their religious things. So egg albumin also increase the growth of the hairs. So next, the last thing today I will discuss in this lecture with you, that some of the person they are suffering from the dandruff. तो hairs में क्या होता है, dandruff is increased, and the what are the cause of dandruff? Firstly I will discuss you the dandruff. If you are not applying the proper, you can say, oil to the hairs, or you are using a such type of oil which cause dryness, or third thing, you are using a such type of shampoo which increase the dryness, and you are fourth factor, you are exposing your hair toward excessive dust or some other, you can say, environmental factors. So this is the cause of basically dandruff. The dandruff basically occur either maybe due to some microorganism growth. So this is not only due to dust or not only due to use of any, you can say, chemicals which are present in the shampoos. This can be due to either your skin is excessive oily, or due to the excessive action of sebaceous gland which secretes secretions. So this is due to the, you can say, the waste product of your oily skin and sebaceous gland. The white color, you can say, little small particles, आप देखते हैं कि आपके हेयर में क्या हो जाते हैं, accumulates हो जाते हैं, जिसको आप dandruff कहते हैं. So basically if you want to reduce the dandruff, you should choose a particularly the cleaning shampoo that should not cause dryness of hair. The second thing, you should apply coconut oil, you can apply aloe vera, and you can apply apple cider vinegar, or you can use, you can see, aspirin, you can say, lotions are available. So aspirin, you know that it is beneficial. How? Because aspirin contains salicylic acid. So salicylic acid kill those type of the organisms which are responsible for the dandruff in your hairs. So that's why probiotics are also useful for this. So in this lecture today I have discussed with you that what are the factors responsible for the hair loss, alopecia. So hope this information will be very useful. You like, share and subscribe SSB Pharma Learning channel, and you are welcome. Thank you very much.